What's up, everybody? I wanted to talk about mental health and the fact that nobody gives a shit about mental health right now. Nobody. So many of us, men, women, I don't know about the kids, I guess we're all fucked up. We all got some shit going on, right? Nobody's talking about it. Not one person is talking about how we're gonna solve this giant mental health issue that we have. People are going through depression, anxiety, and it's a lot of people. That's the thing. It's not like a few people. It's a whole lot of people. So I guess I'll just talk more like about my personal experience with my mental disorders. I used to be very, very depressed. Very depressed. Like, you couldn't tell me nothing to really make me feel good. I don't even know why. I just thought that everything was shit. Nothing good was gonna come out of the future. My life was shit. I was valueless. I had no value. I remember feeling all of that shit. And to be honest, I'm not exactly sure where those feelings came from. I have my ideas, but if you really think about it, it's a lot of different shit. You know what I mean? There's a fucking TV, just the timing of, the times, shit. The fact that my family got separated and it's still separated, like just continuously get separated, you know what I mean? My son has to grow up without me in the household. It's kind of like the same shit. I'm not depressed anymore because I have a better understanding of what's going on, and the fact that it's really up to me to be depressed or not. At the end of the day, it's a choice. You could be in shitty situations, but people with no fucking arms or who got cancer could still smile. So it's like, it's definitely a choice. And that's how I can say, like, right now, I could be upset, I could be sad as shit, but I'm not depressed. Because I remember being depressed is like, it takes over your whole fucking world. Everything that you look at is just depressing. I don't know how to, it's just... I wanted to kill the shit out of myself, yo. I was like, yo, this shit gotta end ASAP. And nobody really gave a fuck. And that's the craziest shit. It's like, I'm trying to tell you that I need help. The only other option is that I'm just gonna kill myself. And somebody really close to me, somebody that I love up to this day, told me this one shit, yo, because I was opening up. And this person said, "Oh, you're using, the word depression to, manipulate people." And I'm like, okay, so the only way to prove that I need help, you know what I mean, is to fucking kill myself. And then everybody would be like, "Oh yeah, well he did need help. He wasn't lying. He wasn't manipulating other people." It's like nobody cares about. Nobody really cares about me. You know what I mean? And I'm fine with that. Matter of fact, the only person that I know really cares about me is my mother. The only person. One person that absolutely cares about me unconditionally is my mom. And that's the great thing about moms, right? Because, you start off in their belly, and they're usually the ones to take care of you as you grow up. So you have this connection to this person. And like, for example, like the situation with my baby mother, we not together. She makes me sick, to be honest with you. And my son is still gonna love her, OD. You know what I mean? Like, my son is still gonna just love the shit out of her, and it's cool. It's what's up. But the simple fact that, you know, she makes these decisions where I can't be in the household and shit like that, it's like you're doing the same shit that everybody else did. She grew up without both people in a family. I mean, in a household. I grew up without both people in my household. Why are we gonna do the same thing to our kid? You know, me and her is fucked up in the head, both of us. You know, we got scars and shit. And she decided, because it's really not my choice. She decided to you know, raise him by herself. And he's gonna be fucking depressed. He's gonna have problems. You know what? Instead of getting on this highway, I'm gonna just chill out right here and just talk. It's frustrating to me. It's frustrating to me, but at the same time too, I feel like I'm kind of washing my hands, and it kind of makes me feel better, even though in the long run, it's just not the ideal situation. But if there's anything I could do, is make sure I'm mentally strong to where I could provide for my, you know, for my future, my son, and any other family member that, you know, that I have, like, you know, my family, like my kids, wife, you know, and my son. Nobody gives a shit about how a nigga like me feels. You know what I'm saying? If you're not overly confident, if you don't feel like you that nigga, you got the fucking Jordans on, you got the chain, you got your chest built up or whatever, nobody gives a fuck about you if you're not that person. You know what I mean? Niggas don't give a shit about, fellas, guys don't give a shit about you because you're a competition. And females don't give a shit about you because you're a weak man. Who's gonna build up our fucking men? Who's gonna build up our men? What, we're gonna have a minority, 5%, you know, decent guys? You got 95, 80%, you know, 80% of the females going for just them, 5%. So what, 95%, what do you think gonna happen? They're gonna fucking go crazy. You know what I mean? This shit gotta be a balance. Now that I really know that nobody gives a shit about me, it kind of makes me feel like more, well, I have to care about my own self. You know what I mean? Like, there's no safety net. You know what I mean? Like, yo, think about it. Other societies, if you fall behind, they got a safety net. They'll figure some place to put you. You know what I'm saying? What you got in the American black culture, the American black world? If you ain't shit, you're gonna eventually get hooked onto some heavy drugs and just be a slave to some drug dealer who's fucking getting their drugs from out the country. So that means who's really running the shit? Not the drug dealer who got a little bit of bread in his chest up and shit. No, he got a boss too. So where's the real strength coming from the American black community? That's a good question. Where is it coming from? Like, black, these are the people I know, so I ain't trying to really offend or nothing, but black women, they don't give a shit. They don't give a shit if you're weak. They're not gonna help you up. They're not gonna build you up. Yo, me and my baby mother is the same age, and I'm telling you right now, to any dude that's sitting there watching, try your best not to get with no girl that's the same age as you. 5 years or younger, real shit. A girl, especially in America, like, yo, these girls think that, like, literally equals, like, we think the same. No, we don't think the same. You have certain things that can, yo, alright, here's a good example, right? Have you noticed how women naturally just know how to know all the famous people on TV? Like, all the actors, she'll know their real names, who the fuck they're dating and all this shit. Like, basketball housewives, they know everybody's name. They know all these people. They actually consider them real people. You know, and that's how the brainwash shit goes. Like, those people that you watch on TV, they all they doing is taking your valuable time out your life and taking, not really money, but, you know, if they're advertising some shit, they kind of taking money out of your pocket too. What about you know the people in your neighborhood like you know those people on TV? You know what I mean? Like, it's not even about like being nosy. It's about being a fucking neighbor, being a neighborhood, and not no just fucking hood, a neighborhood. We got used, we got distracted. I'm not angry. I really feel bad for everybody. You know, even, you know, in myself in certain kind of situations, because we got, I'm low class, real talk. I don't make nothing but what, $30,000, $40,000 if I'm lucky for the year. Low class. We got used. We got sold a story. We believed in it. And look at the result. That's why now it's more of a big deal to me to be more politically inclined, like kind of get an idea of what's going on, because it's policies that change neighborhoods. It's decisions that people make in office and all that shit that change neighborhoods. And, you know, don't even get me started on the media. The media, like, all they want to do is take time out your fucking life. And I told people this shit from 10 years ago. I remember telling my mother this. I was like, I'ma stop smoking weed if you stop watching TV. And that shit, I still smoke weed just about like every day. Smoking less, like one spliff a day, whatever. But that was like kind of her drug. And just like it's still my drug that I'm smoking cigarettes. I mean, smoking weed. I ain't smoking cigarettes no more. But it's just like, can we please get our shit right tomorrow? Because all it does is take one day. Just realize who your enemy is and say, you know what? Y'all motherfuckers is the reason why I'm depressed. Y'all sold me this story on this shit, it's either, you're blessed, you're gonna be, what the fuck is going on? You're gonna be this, you're gonna be that. Or the other option is you ain't gonna be shit. We're going into a recession. The fucking global warming shit's about to happen. It's all bleak. It's all shit to make you like, damn. If I'm not like, if I don't somehow get into the elite, if I don't get rich, if I don't get $1 million by tomorrow or some shit, I'm gonna be, down in the shits, whatever, all the lower class people who don't got, enough money to, buy a fucking underground, bunker or some shit like that, We're the ones that get shitted on. If you think about global warming, if you actually give a fuck about global warming, I first would like you to worry about yourself. Don't worry about the whole planet. That shouldn't distract you from worrying about yourself. And I remember believing that, my life wasn't worth it. My life wasn't as important as the whole world. Fuck the whole world. My life is the most important. Real talk. That's how I feel. And that's the only way, as a man, you're going to be respected. The only way you're going to be prosperous. The only way you're going to be attractive. Women don't want a nigga that just think, oh, everything is bleak, the world about to end soon, this, that, and the other thing. No, they want a dude that got plans for the future, for the family and all that. There's one reason why I can't really blame my baby mother for, feeling the way she felt about me, or she feels about me. Because in those 10 years, from 18 to 27, really, actually it was like 20 to 27, I was frozen in this depression, in this fear, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know if there was anything to do. I really wasted a whole lot of time, like sitting around drinking and smoking, just being a bum. And yeah, time is the most valuable thing that you have. It's the most valuable thing that you have. Don't think the world is bleak. That shit is a trap and it's a trick. Sold to you by somebody who don't like you. This whole racism shit. America's racist and it's a bunch of white supremacists. Look at the people telling you that shit. Mostly Democrats, but fuck that whole shit for just 1 second, right? Look who's telling you that shit. They don't care about you. Bernie Sanders got 3 fucking houses off of his campaign. These motherfuckers getting rich off of telling us lies, making us scared. Major corporations. The fucking Democrat Party, I'ma just say it. Mainstream media, Hollywood and the news. They're your enemy. They don't want to see people like me get up the ladder. They rather see me here. Yo, I'm driving, right? I drive. Been doing it for just almost 2 years. They want to see me in his car driving for fucking 30 years. That's what they want. They don't want me to benefit. They don't want me to buy a house. They don't want me to succeed. And as simple as that. That's how I see it. And now that I think about why I felt like I was depressed and all this shit, it's like, it wasn't even my fault. It wasn't even my father's fault. It wasn't my mother's fault. It wasn't my step-parents' fault. We were just sold a lie. And I feel like if you could identify the problem, the next step is to make changes to, better your life and all that. Now the problem with that is there's so many people around me, family, friends, who still don't see who the enemy is. Who still don't want to see who's the guy or who's the people holding you down, keeping you back, who got a leash around your fucking neck. Every time you want to run too far, they pull your ass back. Who is that? Why is that the case? And it's like when I figured that out, my depression, my whole bleakness on the whole world, it really just kind of like went away. I realized like I have more power than I ever thought I did. I have more power than I ever thought I did. I have all the power. Some real shit. I have all the power. It's 24 hours in a day you need. I'm 30, so I just need 6 hours of sleep. I mean, I could work 18 hours a fucking day. Maybe 16 to say, traveling from one place to the next. But I could literally do 2 shifts in one day for a fucking week and be alright. There's no excuse for me being broke. There's really no excuse for me being broke. There's no person out there to blame for me not being a fucking 100,000-aire. If you think about it, 10 years, let's say from 20 to 30, I was on my shit. I would have had more than $100,000. I ain't gonna brag and maybe say like, I could have been a millionaire, because I don't know. But at the very least, get 10 years of being fucking responsible and looking forward to the time when I get to 60 or 90 or 120, the age, if I was focusing on getting to that age, so much shit I would have cut out my life, and so much more shit I would have added to my life. And I don't regret it. It's just that I'm glad that I'm aware of it now at age 30. There's some people who don't peep the shit till they hit 40, till they hit 50. You know what I mean? At least I got 20 more years before I'm 50. Hopefully I can retire. You know what I'm saying? Before I wasn't working toward retirement. I was just fucking working. Spending every bit of money I had. To feel good, really, is the fucking drugs. Alcohol and liquor. Weed. Weed is not cheap. I don't give a fuck. Weed is not cheap. The first step is the hardest. Saying, yo, I want a good life. Is that really the first step? Guess that's the first decision that you gotta make. Say to yourself, I want a good life, and mean that. Say to yourself, I want a good life, and mean it. The next step is up to you. You figure it out, what it's gonna take. Add some shit to your life. Take some shit out of your life. Take some people out of your life. We're only here for, if you're lucky, 60, 70 years. Well, if you're really lucky, 80, 90 years. I know what I want. I want my grandson to be the president of the whole fucking not the planet, the country. I mean, that's kind of like a vague thing, but this is what I mean, right? I don't know if you know, but I'm a huge fan of Donald Trump. Quick story. Donald Trump's father, his grandfather, came from Germany maybe 100 years ago, let's say, some shit like that. When he died, he left his family with $500,000. One man who came from fucking Germany. He left his family with $500,000. That's what any man should want to do. You know, you hear Drake, oh, you only live once, spend everything. He's telling people like you. He's telling people like me this shit because they don't want us to they don't want us to get better. They don't want generations to get better. Donald Trump's father took that bread, $500,000, moved to New York, started in the real estate industry, got deals from the government to build fucking, housing projects. Got bread off of that. Millions and millions off of that. Donald Trump had the balls. He went out, because if I'm not mistaken, him and his dad was in Bay Ridge, had an office. And then how does it go? Okay, so he had an office in Bay Ridge. Donald Trump used to work there with his dad, Frank or Fred Trump, one of the two. I think it's Fred. Worked with his father there. Accumulated like $200 million. As what must have been a youngin', think about it, like around my age, $200,000, excuse me. Then went to Manhattan, Midtown, bought an apartment, chilled out there for a while, then eventually asked his father for $1 million loan to start investing in the city. And this is the coolest shit. This is what I think is cool. His father told him, like, he advised not to. He was like, what's the point of investing in Manhattan? Donald Trump's his own hunch told him, like, yo, this is going to be popping eventually. And look at it now. It's popping. Popping. New York City is popping, period. So, my point is this. Donald Trump would have never had the possibility to do any of the shit he did. He would have never been president if his grandfather didn't lay down the right shit. I'm not upset with my grandfather. I'm not upset with my dad. I'ma just be the grandfather. That's how I see it. I'ma be Donald Trump's grandfather. Came from fucking nothing. And if I get $500,000, if I get $250,000, and I have it saved right when I'm dead, and it goes straight to Bo or my son or whoever, that's beautiful. Nothing like generational wealth. And just be careful. There's people out there that don't want us to get better. I'm talking about us black people. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be, focusing on black people or whatever, but you gotta understand, I'm a black American, and There's people I'm more or less around with, my friends, my family, 90% black, you know what I mean? And there's the people I care about, my family, you know? We've been fucked up for so long. And I'm gonna just touch upon the first point again. Depression in America is a thing. Mental disorder in America is a thing. I ain't gonna speak too much about the Prozac users, antidepressant users, and mass murderers, because it's definitely a thing to talk about. But I'm gonna focus more on black Americans, because we don't be doing no mass murderings and all that shit. We do mass murder. We do kill a whole bunch of shit, but they ain't getting in the news that much. But anyway, my point is this. I don't think it's the Prozac. It could be Prozac, but I don't think it's the Prozac. What it could be is our culture. What we decided is cool, or what we was influenced to believe is cool. Because from back in the day, when I was younger, I used to listen to rap and be like, what the fuck? Like, the beat's cool and everything, but there's just saying fucking shit ever. The worst shit ever. Disgusting, you know, just like, if you listen to that shit too long and too much, you actually start believing it. I don't trust none of these rappers. They're all like actors to me. They're all fake. All of them. Everyone that you could think of. Not a genuine person. To be successful, you have to put on a show. Dance like a fucking dancing monkey, so you can show all the other black people how to fucking dance like monkeys. We used to be a way larger percentage of the population in America. Now we're 12% black men. Let's say 6%, right? 6%. Look, there's always going to be Africa. Millions and millions of Africans, right? In Africa. I'm very concerned with the African American. To be honest with you. Very concerned. There's a war. There's a quiet war against us. For us to fuck each other up. Kill each other. See, the Republicans want to leave us alone. Go ahead, go over there, do what the fuck you do. Figure it out. Democrats want to give us shit. Hand us shit all the time. Hand us shit all the time. Men don't take shit for free. Women take shit for free. It's just natural. Men naturally give, women naturally take. So what happens when you give a whole bunch to a community? They don't need the men no more. Just figure out who your enemy is, yo. Figure the fuck out who your enemy is, because this shit is out of hand. Because of the enemy, my son and his brainwashed mom is now they're in a family of their own. I'm not a part of that family. I'm my son's father, but I'm not part of that family. I'm gonna lead my family. My household, my like atomic family, whatever, I'm gonna be the leader of that shit, because I'm a fucking man. I'm not gonna have no government hand me, my family, shit. I gotta go out there and get it. A lot of people don't get that shit. Depression comes about when you feel like you don't have a purpose. What am I here for? That's the big question. I didn't even tell you all. I was a top level depressed. Like, how more depressed can you get type shit. I didn't believe I had a purpose. I found my purpose now. I really did. And it's to be the best man I could be. The best man I could be. so my son could see and be better than me. Try his best to be better than me. And I'm going to give him some work. It ain't going to be easy to be better than me. No. You're going to have to put in some work. Fred Trump, Donald Trump pops, he could have just sat on that $500,000. Nah, he said, I need some more money. And what Donald Trump did after that, he said, nah, I need some more money. I need to bring it to the next level. Alright, I'm out of here. Yo, all y'all who listen, especially all the way to the end, I really appreciate y'all. Really, really do, because it's just a rant for the most part. And a lot of it is kind of personal, real shit. Like, you know, the whole depression shit is personal than the motherfucker. But if you just hear and you listen to everything, I do appreciate it. And if you got some depression issues in your life, trust me, just go through the process of logic, and figure out exactly what's causing the problem. I only figured out like a couple, maybe yesterday or 2 days ago. I was like, maybe the biggest issue with me is the fact that my mother and my father separated. Maybe that was really the major issue in my, like, killing me. Now that I think about it, it seems like that was the issue. That was the issue. Because it kills me to think that my son got to deal with the same shit. But I'm accepting it now. Like, I'm not gonna make me depressed. I'm gonna just try my best to do what I can in my own body to make the situation the best way it could happen. That's all I could do. I'm a man. I'm in control of my own life. Nobody gotta give me shit. I'm gonna just go and take it. Alright. Now I gotta get back to work.